You think there's a good opportunity here for Phoenix to bounce back. You're going to lay the 4.
Yeah, I'm on the way to 4.5 with Phoenix. I think a lot of this gets into the desperation spot for this team. I think it's also honestly a play on Denver has looked awesome in these playoffs because they've only played so far, 2 games on the road, and 2 of those versus the Wolves, who are not really, a serious threat before all the injuries that they had. So Denver hasn't been good on the road all year. Role players, obviously, they tend to shoot worse on the road. Denver, I think in particular, struggles a little bit more with their offense on the road, and that hurts their defense, especially with the transition attack. Desperation spot for the Suns. They've already started talking about how they're going to play more offensive-centric players like Terrence Ross and TJ Warren. Those guys are defensively vulnerable, but if the Nuggets aren't necessarily in a spot where they're having a hot shooting night, I think the Suns can get this done. So I think that Phoenix is able to get this one. I'm going to be on Denver in Game 4, pretty much regardless of the outcome of this game.
Matt Moore on location in the Valley there. Phoenix, Game 3, 4.5 in the market. Also, 224.5 on the total. Game 2 was a slow defensive grind. It was an ugly game. You think it's going to change here? You're going to go over the posted total of 224.5.
Yeah, I'll be over pretty consistently on the overs here. Denver's defense on the road, much worse than it is at home. They struggle in environments where their communication falls apart. So a lot of this is when you're in an unfriendly environment, Denver tends to not be able to communicate and get their problems on the back line, especially with the rotation. They play an aggressive style. You have to be very locked in. And on the road, I think that's a little bit harder. So that contributes to the over here. Suns, I'm expecting some Damian Lee three-pointers. I think Terrence Ross, TJ Warren will probably get some shots up. Cameron Payne probably has a better scoring night than he did in Game 2. So I think that the Suns will put up some points here. Nuggets baseline offensively is pretty high with Murray. I don't expect with Jokic rather. I don't expect Murray to struggle as much as he did in Game 2. I think that game was a real aberration of shooting on both sides. Especially Kevin Durant. So I'm expecting an over here. Especially, I think Phoenix probably tries to turn the ball over on the Nuggets more, get downhill, and probably play with more pace. They know they got to win the series with offense, and so they're going to have to create turnovers and really get out in transition. They can't win this half-court game that they've been playing. That's how they want to play, but they can't win it. So I think they'll probably force a little bit more transition, faster pace. I like the over here.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.